What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods, XY, Big Z. We back in the building, man. Listen, shout out to the people, man. Shout out to the subscribers out here, man. I wanted to talk real quick about Shannon Sharpe, man. Shannon Sharpe, if you don't know, we saw this thing happen with Shannon Sharpe where he was in this lawsuit, turned out to be civil, because that's the only way that it could have gone. But if you don't remember, Shannon Sharpe had this little thing where he was trying to be young Shannon Sharpe and basically, you know, play around with a young one.
It's the older women trying to shame older men into picking them. It's them young ones.
Right.
It's them young ones that's coming.
Yes,
that'll do what you want. Them old young one coming with it. They coming with it, Ocho.
In the midst of him dating this 19-year-old, 20-year-old, whatever she was at the time, there was audio that came out. There was audio of him saying some things.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit for you when I see you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
And she basically was suing him and saying that he did some things to her that were non-consensual. I don't know. But that's what they were saying, man. But fast forward to now, the OnlyFans model, yeah, she was an OnlyFans model as well. So Shannon really picked it this time, man. And, you know, he got a lot of backlash for it. Fought this from the very beginning. He said that, you know, he was going to pull out all the stops to make sure that he destroyed this even notion of this happening and get his lawyers and all this other stuff, man. He was basically going to fight this thing to the end.
Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down.
It has basically gotten to the end. Now, if you don't remember, what's hilarious this was the joke. What was it? 25K per cheek or something like that?
Oh my God.
Which is hilarious. But the end result is that it has been settled. So the $50 million lawsuit accusing Shannon Sharpe of sexual assault to be dismissed with prejudice. Now, a lot of people are getting at Shannon because a lot of people are saying, man, why you don't just date somebody your own age? You know, date a regular girl, date somebody closer to your age. Shannon basically has said on several occasions, well, maybe on one occasion, he don't want to.
You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo!
You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I know.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
So people aren't confused about what this means. So a lawsuit dismissed with prejudice means that the case is permanently closed and the plaintiff is barred from bringing the same claim or lawsuit against the defendant in the future. So this protects Shannon in the sense that she can't come back and say, wait, I forgot something, you know? So it just keeps it where it's at, which is a safe place for Shannon to be. Now, for further details on this, it says, Jane Doe versus Shannon Sharpe. On April 20th, the Busby law firm filed a complaint in Nevada making several allegations against Shannon Sharpe on behalf of our client. Both sides acknowledge a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutually agreed upon resolution. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily, and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice. Now, people probably looking at this and wondering, is this a win for Shannon? What does this actually mean? I think in a lot of ways, this is a loss for Shannon. In many ways, it's definitely a win for her, and we'll talk about why in a second. It's a loss for Shannon in all directions. And this is the sad part about things like this, right? Because when you look at things like this, let's say Shannon didn't do anything wrong, right? Let's say Shannon didn't do anything wrong, because we still don't know, because this was just settled. But let's say he didn't do anything wrong. Even with this being dismissed and her not being allowed to come back with anything new, Shannon still has to walk around like he's guilty, because you're guilty by public perception. Everybody has their own perception about what happened and how this ended, because there is no other information about it. So Shannon has to walk around with this. And we all know that he was basically at the peak of his popularity, right? I mean, he was set to get a deal. What was the deal for? $100 million? And that's pretty much off the table. And now you got other networks that look at this and this forever becomes a stain. Now, this is not to say that he can't get through this, can't get over this. He definitely can. But this is one of those things that follows you. And it sucks because in these type of situations, let's say she is lying about everything. If she's lying about everything, Shannon's the only one who loses in this. Because obviously we know this settlement most likely means she got paid. So she's winning in this. And I'll show you right now. Because we go to this and it says 20-year-old OnlyFans model who hit Shannon Sharpe with a $50 million lawsuit says she's retiring from OnlyFans after settling the lawsuit with him. Crazy, ain't it? And Gabriella Zuniga, I still can't do this shit, man. Says, today, I have decided to retire from OnlyFans. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past years. This community has given me a life I could have never imagined. I'll still be active on social media and still have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for this next chapter. I love you all forever and ever.
Oh my God.
Now, there's a couple things I'm gonna say here because I know it's easy to look at this and be like, poor Shannon, man. It's crazy that this had to go through like this and it had to happen to you like this because we don't know if she was telling the truth or not. You know, what are they guilty of outside of being freaky ass motherfuckers? They was being freaky as shit. Is Shannon out there chasing chicks that are younger and he should be dating somebody his age? Yes. Was what he did illegal? No. So at the end of the day, the fact that she's on here saying, I decided to retire, he basically retired her. And that's crazy. Imagine getting a girl because you like the shit she do on OnlyFans and you end up just retiring her anyway. Like, you should have done this in the beginning. Just be mine. I'm gonna retire you. Right? So obviously, this is basically telling people that she's gotten the money that she was going for. Now, what comes out of this is this just opens the door for future things like this to happen. But at the same time, it's up to these guys to be smarter in these situations and move smarter in these situations. You know, like chasing these OnlyFans girls who are on OnlyFans for the purpose of making money. How do you not expect them to have the potential to want to make that money off of you? It's that, you know, mindset of thinking like you bigger than the program. That's not how this shit works. So in a sense, Shannon played himself. Yes, he did. But there are a lot of women out there doing things like this and they go after men like this. So, you know, it sucks for Shannon. He was supposed to get that deal. It ain't happened. Can he rebound from this? Yes, he can. This is just an L, and this is something that he learns. And I'm sure he's going to move a little bit differently moving on from here. But I don't know, man. At the end of the day, the real loser in this whole situation, whether this is dismissed or not, is Shannon Sharpe. She seems to be the winner in every sense of the matter. So it is what it is. She got the bag and retired. Well, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it, man. How do y'all feel about the situation? How do y'all feel about Shannon? Do you feel like he lost in this situation? Do you feel like he won in this situation? How do you feel about the whole situation as a whole? Let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Goods, BigZoeTV. Let's go.
Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.